Yay, I'm live. Hi, happy Saturday. It's Saturday, May 16th. May it be brought to you by the excessive amount of Christmas lights I have making the soft glow on my skin, and the eyeliner I just put on. So hello, I'm Emily from thisyogidances. Thank you for joining me today for round 2 of burnout. No secret cardio happening today, even though that was a fun challenge last week. So if you missed it last week, you're watching this on the replay, feel free to go back. All of the videos are saved on playlist and go to town. Today, so I'm just gonna move this now, move into the floor. You will need, if possible, 2 things that are relatively the same height that'll make like torso length, okay, for one of our exercises today. If you don't have that, I also have an extra mat down here to put on top of these 2 blocks because they are very hard and it does not feel good on my pubic bone. So I have that as set up because we're gonna do some back strengthening as well. Because if you only strengthen the front of your core, no matter how well you are doing top to bottom, really engaging, if you're not also coordinating that with back strengthening, like we're just gonna be hunched over. So we'll do some back strengthening moments. I'm gonna go through the exercises that we will do today, and then we're just gonna repeat them. It's gonna be a great time. Okay, cool. If you're popping in and you're on the live, feel free to say hello so I know that you are here. If you have any questions, pop in there. If you are watching this back, feel free to also message me on thisyogidances on all platforms. So send me a message. Let's do this. All right. So coming down and laying on the back. We sometimes do joint warm-up. We're not going to do that today because the majority of the exercises will be on the back. We're going to do some minimal stuff on the side. The majority of the exercises are going to be on the back. Okay, what did I do with the timer? Oh no, here it is. Sorry, technical difficulties. So, from reclined option or thing number 1, my fingertips are gently touching occipital bones. They are not clasped behind my head, so I resist the urge to use the arms to pull myself up. I exhale my low back to the floor. Trying to get rid of that natural curve for now. Pull the belly in, hollow the belly out. I lift the chest up, shoulder blades off the floor. Shoulder blades on the floor, shoulder blades off the floor. All the way, shoulder blades off the floor. If that doesn't happen, keep trying. Thing number 2 is we pause on the upswing, that shoulder blade curl, and then I keep going up. Up as the navel pulls down and in. Thing number 3, like I said, we're going for full burnout today. I come to my heel, and then I come to my toe. So just practice that with me. Coming to your heel, and then coming to your toe. And then notice as you lift up and exaggerate that lift of the leg coming up and down, are you doing it just with your knee joint, or can you articulate from your hip joint? So my knee crease doesn't change. I'm just articulating from the hip. Then pull the low back to the floor, poke yourself in your low abdominals, and feel, so I'm using my right leg, I feel my left abdominals working more than, the right abdominals, right leg, right abdominals working more than the left. Okay, so we do that one side, the other side. Isolating lower abdominals, belly in. Okay, trying to get the hip flexors to release a bit. I mean, they're doing work, lifting the leg up and down, but they're not doing all of the work. So if you have a little bit of a lumbar curve for now, for today, put it to the floor. For now, for today, put it to the floor. Because then, next thing is we keep that knee up, we do that shoulder blade curl, and we do an oblique action. And then I do little pulses up. Extra credit points if you can get both shoulder blades off the floor in the twist. Could I get my knee outside the thigh without pulling the knee towards the face if you're super flexible? Elbow up. I'm already feeling it. Okay, so we do that one side, the other side. We're gonna see what we can do to maybe do all that 2 times through. I believe in you, okay? 2 times through. Let me get my timer. We're gonna spend some time doing each exercise. Perfect time to lay down, take a break, because it's about to get really real. And breathe. Inhales, big exhales. As you're laying here and breathing, can you breathe into your rib cage and not poof out the low belly? If you're breathing into the belly, we're not activating and pulling in and knitting in the low body. Breathe into the rib cage, not necessarily the shoulders, the neck, but breathing bigger into the rib cage, then into the belly. Okay, hands behind the head, lifting up and down, all the way, shoulder blades off the floor, go all the way up, all the way down. You can play with the breath action here, and you can go faster than I'm going, you can go slower than I'm going, but do something that you can maintain with the low back down on the floor, and the belly doing more work than the neck, the arms. Exhale, probably on your way up. But you can also play with inhaling your way up. Keep watching the navel pull in and down. And breathe. It's only last 10 seconds, starting now. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, elbows to the side. 3, 2, 1. Stay up. We're repeating that minute and doing pulses. I believe in you. If you need to take a rest, but try. Pulse up. Now would be a great time, if you're rocking your most favorite playlist, to probably turn it up really loud. Sorry, I can't play music on here. That's just what's happening. If you need a little extra help for these pulses up, put one arm forward and try to touch the wall in front of you. If you're not feeling a hard burn, I don't know what to tell you. Ready? If you need extra help, both hands forward. Like last 15 seconds. Stick with it. If you need to take a break, put your head down, but try. Last 10 seconds. Less than that. Cool, full break for the upper abdominals. Coming to the low abdominals. Oh, I did not need to push that. Lifting and lowering, let's do the right leg. Lifting, touching the heel. Lifting, touching the toe. If you need extra help with pressing the low back to the floor, put the hands on the floor. Lengthen the tailbone. Looks like it could touch the ceiling. And pull the low belly in. Giving the upper abdominals a break here. Doesn't have to be a giant movement for this to be super effective. Keep going, flexing and pointing, noticing the difference between the flex and the point. What feels different in the belly if you feel a difference? I'm still rocking my phone out of the case, so it is as slippery. It's the last 5 seconds. We go straight into the other side. Breathe. Other side, lifting and lowering. Probably left leg. You need to poke yourself in the low abdominals to feel what's happening. Do that. You need to take a thumb to the rib cage and a middle finger to the head of your hip, that ASIS bone, that bony protrusion at the front of the hip, and feel those 2 points squeezing together. You can even do a little squeeze of middle fingers and thumbs towards one another. Give yourself a little self-adjustment to make sure things are working. You can go slower than I'm going. I don't really suggest going faster. For this particular exercise, it's not really going to be beneficial. Breathe. Does your low back come away from the floor as the foot comes towards the floor? It's like last 10 seconds. Okay, now we're bringing the upper abdominals back online, getting the obliques engaged. Right about now. Bring it back to the right leg and come up. If you need extra help, so lifting and lowering, we're not doing the pulses quite yet. Flexing and pointing the same way. You can take the arm out to the side into a T. If you're doing extra credit, trying to keep both shoulder blades off the floor the entire time. Both hands to the head, both shoulder blades off the floor. Okay, you do you. Feel free, things are burning, to scream at your screen. Just don't scream so loud that maybe your neighbors gets concerned. But I mean, like, you do you, pull your belly in. Sometimes it's not necessarily like, it's that point when you feel like giving up during an exercise. Can you stick with it to know how good you're going to feel after the exercise? That doesn't mean going into pain. Other side, ready, let's go. Up and down. Keeping things out again. Again, you can take this arm, the same arm, that leg that's working, can come to the floor. Or those extra credit points, keeping both shoulder blades off the floor. Now that we're on the second side, I am definitely thinking about my choices to take both shoulder blades up. But again, minute, stick with the burn. It's only a minute. How are you going to feel afterwards? Probably really great. It's less than 30 seconds. Breathe. If you need to coordinate, exhale. Exhale. You can also exhale that through the teeth. That's helpful. Like really firm. 3, 2, 1. Take a break. This round, I gave you one because we didn't go straight away into the pulses. Remember, we're doing pulses? We're gonna do them now. We're gonna try for round 2. Ooh, it's gonna get real. To stay doing the pulses. We won't do each one for 30 seconds though. Ready? Tiny break here. Maybe take the knees from side to side. So if you're working your endurance and you're working up strength building, if you're doing any of this on your own, without the video, maybe seeing how you can go one exercise into the next, into the next, into the next. All right. And also, now that I'm looking at the screen, one of these days, I'm gonna get the light right. I know, I look like I'm super dark right now. Well, I'm in the darkness. Let's go. Doing those little pulses up. Easy break. Pulses up. The knee stays up. The hand can come out to the side. Little pulses. I'm squeezing across and my belly is squeezing down. I believe in you. We're going to switch at 30 seconds. Can you pull the belly down? Can you also reach the elbow up, and across, up, and across? 3, 2, shoulder blades up. Do the other side. Up and across. How you doing? Up and across. Squeeze. You might feel this tomorrow. You might feel it the next day. You might feel it third day. Keep going, we're almost there. Keep going, we're almost there. 3, 2, 1, bring it down. Woo, take the knees from side to side. All right, exhale. Check in with you. If you stopped breathing at that point, continue breathing. All right, bringing it to the side. Let's just hold the side plank on the forearm for today. We're gonna do that either side, and then we're gonna bring it to the belly. And then we should have time to jam through all of that with awareness, with control. Uno más times. Oh, yay. If you need extra support, you can put your top foot down to lift your butt up. So we're staying on the elbow today, elbow underneath the armpit. If we were on the palm, palm farther in front of the armpit towards the edge of your mat so that the armpit comes behind the wrist. All right, here we go. Press down, lift up, ready, set, go. I mean, it's only a minute, right? Breathe. See if you can stay aware of what's happening and not just distract yourself with the dog hair that's on your mat. If you need something to do, maybe tap the foot to the calf. Press down, lift up. Kind of impossible to get the big toe here of the extended leg to the floor, but could you? Are your shoulders on top of shoulders and hip on top of hip? What if you extended that leg to the sky? Can you maintain it? Can you hold it? Can you breathe? You are 20 seconds out. I believe in you. I'm feeling it too. Let me tell you what, lift the butt higher. Especially once we start to go through each exercise. It's gonna be real. Lift up higher. Can you touch your foot to the ceiling? Do it. Press down, lift up. And exhale, relax. Straight away, other side. You can roll to the other side. I'm just gonna flip so I can keep gazing at you. Ready, get set, press up. Butt off the floor. Press down, lift the seat. Breathe. Even zip up your inner thighs. Is this side easier or harder? Just things to notice. You have some inconsistencies in between the side of the body, some imbalances. Maybe take the foot to the calf. It's actually kind of part of being human, those imbalances, but how can we actively work to bring ourselves back to balance? Maybe a bit of a metaphor for the time we're in right now. Maybe lift the leg up. Breathe. Touch the ceiling. Lift butt up. Squeeze side body. Almost there. A little shaking is okay. Exhale, release. All right. So you can do this on the floor, this exercise that we're bringing yourself to the belly. You can do this on the floor, or if you have this height situation, even stack some pillows up. It's a fun exercise playing with your Superman moment. So again, I'm just putting a mat on top. It feels better to me on the bony parts of my body. And then I'll lay pubic bone not over the edge of the block, but like on top of the block, so I'm supported. Okay, if you're not using blocks, don't worry about it, just lay to the floor. For a second here. So it's a very slight adjustment, but check out my pelvis and my tailbone. I lift the thighs up, and then I press the pubic bone towards the floor or towards my blocks. See how that lengthened my low back? And all that abdominal strength that we were just finding, I feel it, but now with gravity in a different way. Lift the knees up, hollow out, and just feel what that feels like. Pull the elbows back and lift the chest forward. It's gonna feel a little bit different than you're on the floor, but you can still do it. If it's jamming it into your low back and you're on the floor, not on blocks, point the toes, making a Sphinx pose-like position. Okay, exhale, release. Probably not a full minute hold for this one. We're gonna lift up and lower down. You are going to hold as long as you can with integrity in the pose. That is going to look different for all of us, but do what you can do. Okay, ready? Strengthen up the thighs, lift the low belly up and in, start to float the thighs away from the floor, make cactus arms. If you want more work for the upper back, you can start to extend the arms out. That's not a thing that you have to do. Maybe on an exhale, we'll squeeze the elbows back, not into the ribs, but side into the armpit. Parallel with the armpit and lift the chest up higher, but keep pulling the navel in. Maybe you exhale, take a break. We are more than halfway through our minute. Inhale, lift up. Do what you can do. If it's just lifting up for one breath and exhaling, coming down, that's where you're at, do that. You can inhale, lift up, and hold for 2 breaths. Do this. And then just keep increasing. 10 seconds left. Lift the chest. Maybe inhale the arms forward, lift thighs. Exhale, elbows back, lift the chest. Exhale, release. Cool. Okay. We're going to do 30 seconds of each thing for the time we have left. All of those exercises back to back. Okay, 30 seconds for each thing. All of those exercises back to back. I'm actually going to put this to the other side. And we'll end with the belly down on whatever we're working with. And then we'll take a little stretch, a little joint mobility. Laying down on the back. Breathe here, maybe windshield wide legs. All right. Take one more breath here. Don't really suggest, like if you're jamming a lot of water during this time, that that's going to feel so great while you're doing abdominal work. But listen to your body. 30 seconds. Head up, head down. Head up, head down. Shoulder blades up, shoulder blades down. Maybe utilize that exhale. Keep imagining the belly knitting in and staying in. As you come down, shoulder blades head down, don't let that release. Keep it. All right, we're getting ready for pulses. Ready, get set, pulse up, up, up. Let me tell you what, I'm feeling it too, but I believe in you. You can use one arm forward. That takes more weight off of the abdominals. You can do both arms forward. You can try to touch calves. Give yourself something to do instead of just thinking about how bad things are hurting. If they are, lift up, up. Maybe you can go faster. Up, 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 up. We do the legs, right leg up, heel, toe, heel, toe. We're going to stay on this leg to then do the oblique twist. Heel, press the low back down. Maybe even use your opposite foot on the floor to press down and affect that little tuck of the tailbone, that slight tuck of the pelvis. It'll help you pull in the low abdominals. Maybe you can find a length coming from the belly button towards the pelvic floor and a length from the belly button coming up towards the head. Start to come across the body. All the way up, all the way down. All the way up, all the way down. Arm down on the floor or hand behind the head. Both shoulder blades off the floor. You're not coming all the way down in between. You're at least staying halfway up. That left shoulder blade up with the right leg working. Okay, ready? 3, 2, 1. Little pulses, go. Little pulses. Oh my gosh. Here's where I knew things would get really real. It may not look, right, like I'm barely moving. It looks a little awkward, but holy crap, I feel my belly working. Keep it out of the neck. Breathe. 3, 2, 1. Squeeze up, hold. Exhale, put it down. Left leg up and down. Go. We got 5 minutes left of class. I believe in you. You can do it. I'm about to do the timer with the left hand. We're going to see how well that goes. All right. So we're going to be twisting to the left. Little belly in. Really scoop it out here. So if you ever do those leg lifty situations and you have a hard time, like with both legs up and you're trying to poke the ceiling, you have a hard time feeling your low back. Ready to go, twist, oblique action, up and down. Doing these one leg actions are helpful. Try to touch outside the knee, not just to the knee, but outside. IT band, squeeze. More than halfway there. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, do pulses up. Pulses up. Remember when I said I was going to do the timer with the left hand? That didn't really work out. Pulses up. Whew. This side for me is harder. From here, we're going to roll onto one side and go straight to that side plank action on the elbow. Squeeze. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3. Squeeze and hold. Exhale, release. Maybe roll to your right arm. Pause here in your side plank. 30 seconds. Maybe take a variation. Maybe poke the ceiling. Maybe let the arm go. Maybe hold on to the foot. If your hamstrings are happy about that. Press down, lift up. Belly in. Everything in line with the elbow, the foot. 2, 1, bring it down. Swing it to the other side. 30 seconds, that's it. Press down, lift up. Maybe foot to calf. Maybe poke the ceiling. Maybe lift the arm up. Maybe hold on. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, lift. 4, 3, 2, 1, bring it down. Come to your belly or come to your block situation. Seeing if we can hold 2 15-count holds or 1 30-second hold with some little pulses up. Get ready, get set, go. Keep the integrity of what you're doing. So if you need to modify, modify. Maybe I inhale forward. Maybe I exhale, squeeze up and back. Ooh, and then feel the avocado toast in your belly. We are more than halfway there. Exhale. Inhale. Talking and doing too much, I feel wobbly. 3, 2, 1, exhale, relax. From your Sphinx pose, just let the chin come into the chest. Dip one ear to a shoulder and then the other. Should feel upper back stretch here. Back of neck stretch. So doing those consecutively, almost, it might have been a little bit of cardio. Okay, it might have been a little bit of cardio. I definitely feel it because I was also talking while that was happening. It made it feel like a little bit of cardio. Come back to a child's pose-like position. And breathe it out here. Maybe swing the seat side to side. Maybe walk the fingertips opposite direction of the side the butt is swinging to. Let those left hands go right. To the other side. Can you keep your shoulders parallel to the floor? All right, bring it down to the belly. Hands maybe in line with the ribs or kick it to your Sphinx pose if that's enough back bend for you. And peel the chest forward and up. Shoulder blades, shoulders back and down. Chest forward. Thighs a little bit active. If it feels okay to straighten out the elbows and swing side to side, do that. But if you feel it in your low back off. Big inhale. Big exhale. As you're ready, slide the butt back to the feet. And we made it. Y'all, it's 12:30. Are we still friends? Burnout round 2. I'm going to air 5 you. You're awesome. Please share with your friends, like, subscribe. I want to continue to build this community. I want to continue to make classes and practices that are serving you the best. So if there's something that you want to see, I also might be doing and moving some workshop stuff over to Zoom. I just bought into that platform so that I can actually see your bodies and give you feedback, active feedback on what you're doing, because that's the thing that I find most beneficial about teaching and sharing information like this is those active feedback moments where I can help and support you in platforms. I think you're great. Have a great day. Bye.